During my time in the Netherlands, I met a number of people in the homeless centres where I worked, who had come to Amsterdam in search of a new job, to earn more money, but things hadn't worked out for them. I knew that a similar problem existed in the UK, and that with the expansion of the European Union, it was easier for people from member states to move to Britain. Before I left Edinburgh, there was a growing Polish community in the city, and a few Polish shops were opening up. Frequently in Amsterdam, it was young people who had immigrated. I wanted to meet the young Polish economic migrants of Edinburgh, to try and understand why they had come halfway across Europe in search of a new life.
My name is Eva.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Piotr.
My name is Iman.
I'm from Poland, from a small town in the west part of Poland, which is Żagań.
I'm from Edinburgh.
I came from Poland.
Yeah, I do live in Edinburgh, yeah.
Well, there's quite a lot of Polish folk in Edinburgh.
I've been previously in London, and then I've moved to Yorkshire, and now I'm here.
I came on October 2006, that would be. And since then I've been in Edinburgh almost continuously.
Quite a lot of them come here to work, I know, yeah, I think.
At the moment I work as a receptionist on leisure club.
And some of them are students.
I'm doing a master's degree in architecture at the University of Edinburgh.
Quite a lot of them working in the catering industry actually, or that I've met anyway.
Like in Poland, you could stay in Poland and you could just take newspaper and you could read thousands of jobs in UK. And when I came to England, people in England asked me, why are you here? And I was so surprised, because in Poland there was like huge propaganda to tell us they need you in UK. It is wetter, it's more wet.
Yeah.
In Poland you can see 4 seasons. In summertime it's warm, in wintertime it's cold. Here is like all the time is the same. I don't want to say that, but I'm afraid it is.
The city itself, very, very different to my home city. Very, very different from Warsaw.
It's hard to say. I think it's quite okay. It's differently because it's not your home.
Yeah.
But in general, if I could compare to other countries in Europe, it's okay.
I think generally just the fact that it's a medieval city. You know, it's a city with such an abundance of history, and even though it's a very small city, you know, you can walk everywhere. You don't really need to rely on public transport, cars or whatever. That's certainly really good, and still even within such a small city, there's very many facilities or programmatic things, theaters, cinemas, and obviously museums, whatever you enjoy, or pubs. As I tend to think that it's a very compact city, small but with a lot to offer.
You can do here whatever you want. If you will think I only play violin, it's easy to do it.
Yeah.
It's really easy to make your dream come true, and I love it in this place. It is hard. It is hard because you just move into a new place, you don't know, like when you stay in the same place for ages, like your parents always told you to go to this shop because there is nice food and nice meat, and you know all those things. And when you come into a new place and you are just learning yourself from the beginning, every single step, every single place in the city, every single different culture thing is just different.
They are quite aggressive, some of them, as I got started on a fight with Some Polish people actually, and they're quite muscly, and 3 of them they just look like bouncers, and no hair. That's usually my impression of Polish guys in Edinburgh.
I've seen in media a lot of things about what Polish people do. Looks like it's some kind of huge manipulation, because I don't really think we do anything wrong in general.
I believe the things that I miss most are my friends, my family as well.
Apart from family, food, this open thing that I can speak to everyone in my language. This thing is really important, and the third thing, my culture. My culture is just is just in there, somewhere in the east of part of Europe, and that's hard.
I think in Poland you tend to take things a little bit more loosely, or a little bit more lightheartedly, you could say, and you basically, if something bad happens, you're trying to turn it into a joke rather than, or just say, well, sorry, it happened. Whereas I think that here people tend to be much more, or at least they appear to be much more, compassionate, I suppose.
In Edinburgh, some of them are quite rude, as they don't like queuing, or they just like pushing in.
Sometimes people don't understand me, but it's because they don't want to understand me. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, it works okay in general. I'm trying to understand them, and I'm happy when somebody is understanding my point of view as well. I like people are smiling, because they're smiling all the time.
I don't know if I've really specifically been smiled at by many Poles, but then I've not told many jokes to them, so that could potentially be the case. I've not really been smiled at by many people just walking around Edinburgh, admittedly.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Wrap it up. Cheers, Ian.